All right, listen up, you beautiful lawsuit waiting to happen. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one who got played, underpaid, overlooked, gaslit, stepped on, laughed at, kindly dismissed, buried under policies and procedures and, sorry, there's nothing we can do. The one who kept swallowing it, telling yourself, maybe it's not that deep, while your whole nervous system was screaming that it is that deep. You hear me now? Good. Because you are about to sue the life out of this whole damn city, spiritually, mentally, energetically, legally if you choose. And once you're done, even the mayor's gonna need a loan just to afford the guilt. You know what they did to you? They treated you like background noise. They wanted you to be the extra in a movie that's actually about them. The boss with the fake smile. The institution with the mission statement that's just a PR filter over exploitation. The people who said, we're a family here, while quietly draining your time, your health, your self-esteem like it was free coffee. They messed up, though. They forgot background noise can turn into earthquake sirens. They forgot that when you press a person hard enough, long enough, for years, you don't just ruin them, you forge them. And that's what's happening to you right now, whether you see it yet or not. You're being forged into the kind of problem their pretty little system was never built to handle. You're not just mad. Mad is too small. You're done. There's a difference. Mad still negotiates. Mad still explains. Mad still tries to make them understand. Done. Done is when you stop asking for clarity from people who profit off your confusion. Done is when you stop begging for fairness inside a game that was built crooked on purpose. Done is when you look at the whole city, these companies, schools, leaders, fake friends, and say, somebody's gonna pay for what happened to me. And spoiler alert, it's not gonna be me again. That's the lawsuit energy I'm talking about. Not just papers and courtrooms. I'm talking about you serving consequences. Let's be real. This city thinks you won't do anything. They think you're too tired, too broke, too overwhelmed, too attached, too scared to start over. They've got you filed under won't actually leave, won't actually speak up, won't actually push back. You've been nodding along, right? Smiling, saying it's fine, making excuses for their behavior to protect the little piece you have left. But inside, you've been building a case. Every time they disrespected you and then said, you're overreacting, you put that in the file. Every time they used your work and gave the credit to someone else, you put that in the file. Every time they crossed your boundaries and then made you feel guilty for having them, you put that in the file. You have receipts, maybe not literal screenshots for everything, but your body kept the score. Your mind kept the screenshots. Your spirit kept the time stamps. And now that file is thick enough to crush a city. Let's talk about this city for a second. It's bigger than buildings and street names. It's every system, every person, every room that told you, be grateful this door even opened. People like you don't get that far. You're asking for too much. That's just how it is. That just how it is phrase. That's their favorite weapon. That's how they keep you obedient. That's how they turn injustice into something you're supposed to tolerate, like bad weather. But you're not the weather. You're the lawsuit. You're the storm notice. You are the one who walks into, that's just how it is, and says, cool story, now here's how it's gonna be. You know what suing the life out of the city truly means? It means you stop letting this place overdraft your soul. They've been taking your time, your youth, your energy, your love, your ideas, your silence, and in exchange they gave you anxiety, underpayment, broken trust. Maybe next year. You're not ready yet. We'll look into it. You're about to serve a final notice. No more free access. No more free emotional labor. No more free second chances. No more free explanations for people who already understand. They just don't care. You're not a volunteer emotional support animal for a city that keeps biting you. And yes, let's talk about how deep this went. Because I want you to actually feel in your bones that you're not dramatic. You're not too sensitive. You're not bitter. You're reacting to real damage. How many nights did you lie awake replaying conversations, thinking, I should have said this, or maybe they're right, maybe I am the problem? How many times did you downplay what happened because everyone else acted like it was normal? Toxic job. That's just work. Toxic relationship. All couples fight. Toxic family. That's still your blood. Toxic society. That's how it's always been. They gaslit you into thinking you're crazy while standing on top of the chaos they caused. And you were so desperate for peace that you turned on yourself instead of them. You blamed yourself because that's the only thing you felt like you could control. But here's the twist. The moment you stop blaming yourself, you free up your hands to do something much more dangerous. You start holding them accountable. That's what this speech is. This is me handing you your metaphorical briefcase, full of boundaries, full of self-respect, full of rage that finally found the purpose. You're not going back and forth with them anymore. You're not debating your worth with people whose whole personality is, you should be smaller, so I feel bigger. You're not trying to prove your humanity to systems that profit when you doubt it. You are building your case and living your revenge in how you move. When you walk away from the room that keeps belittling you, that's evidence. When you report what happened instead of staying hushed to keep the peace, that's evidence. When you choose therapy over another year of self-destruction, evidence. When you refuse to laugh along at your own devaluation, evidence. You're not petty, you're precise, you're strategic, you're tired of being the only one who pays. Let's talk about the mayor. The mayor is the face of the system that hurt you. The boss, the abuser, the manipulator, the institution, the leader, the one who smiles for the cameras and sleeps just fine at night because they assume you're not going anywhere. You need us more than we need you. They think you wouldn't dare because you're too nice, too quiet, too emotional, too dependent. But that version of you, they overdrafted that account. You gave them your loyalty, your patience, your trust, and they bounced every check. So now the mayor is standing on all your unpaid pain like it's free flooring. Suing the life out of the city means this. You're about to flip the script until even they realize they can't afford what they did to you. They can't afford the silence you're no longer giving. They can't afford the talent you're taking elsewhere. They can't afford the story you're finally telling. They can't afford the you that's not scared anymore. Once you're done evolving, the mayor is gonna need a loan just to keep the lie going. I want you to imagine something. Not a scene, not some movie, just a feeling. You wake up one day and you truly, deeply accept that what happened to you was wrong. No more, well, maybe. No more, it's not that serious. No more others have it worse, so I shouldn't feel this way. You drop all of that. You say, what they did to me was wrong. Do you understand how dangerous that makes you? Because once you accept it was wrong, You stop trying to earn back what you never should have lost in the first place. You stop performing your worth. You stop auditioning for basic respect. You start acting like someone who deserves better and isn't apologizing for it. That's when the city starts to panic. Not because you're loud. Sometimes you'll be quiet. Not because you're violent. You don't need that. But because you stopped being available for their exploitation. You're not a character in their story anymore. You're the one writing the report, stamping the file, closing the case. You know what else you're suing this city for? You're suing for every version of you that died trying to fit in. The younger you who dimmed their voice in class so teachers wouldn't call them too much. The version of you that dressed down so you wouldn't stand out too much. The version that took the blame to keep the family from exploding. The version that stayed quiet at work because I need the check. The version that accepted crumbs in relationships because you thought love was something you had to earn by suffering first. You're suing for all of them. You're walking into your future with a little army of your past selves behind you. And they're all looking at you like, greater than please don't let them get away with what they did to us. And listen, you can't go back and fix every scene. You can't rewrite the whole history. But you can do something that echoes backward. You can stop letting it happen again. You can become the version of you that younger self needed to see. That's what empowered actually looks like. It's not aesthetic. It's not a quote on a background with a sunset. It's you making choices that make your past self feel safe and your future self feel proud, even if your present self is shaking. Let's talk about fear, because yeah, it's there. You're not wrong to be scared. You're not weak for hesitating. You're not fake, because some days you still want to go back to what's familiar. They trained you to be terrified of losing what little they gave you. If you speak up, you'll lose the job. If you leave, you'll be alone. If you tell anyone, no one will believe you. If you stop being nice, everyone will turn on you. They held your life hostage with what if. But here's the plot twist. If the cost of keeping something is you, then you don't have it. It has you. You are not suing this city because you're fearless. You're suing it because you're tired of your fear being their business model. You're allowed to be scared and still move different. You're allowed to be anxious and still set boundaries. You're allowed to shake and still say no. Fear is a witness, not a judge. It can sit in the courtroom of your mind, but it doesn't get to bang the gavel. You're going to notice something once you really step into this energy. People who benefited from the old version of you will call the new version selfish, cold, ungrateful, changed. They're right. You have changed. That's the point. They're not mad because you're wrong. They're mad because their free trial expired. They're mad because the always available you has office hours now. The I'll fix it. You started letting people sit in the consequences of their own mess. The quiet you now says, actually that's not okay. The forgiving you still forgives, but doesn't restore access. You are not here to be everybody's emotional vending machine. Punch in enough, get something for cheap. No. Price went up, and the city's budget not ready. So what does suing the life out of this whole city actually look like in your daily life? It looks like you updating your standards and enforcing them. You documenting what happens to you instead of gaslighting yourself. You learning your rights at work, in relationships, in your own mind, and using that knowledge like armor. You walking away from what does not change, no matter how much history or hope you have with it. You telling the truth about what happened to you, even if your voice shakes and your hands sweat. And sometimes, yeah, it looks like literally getting legal, going after what's yours in real life. Sometimes it looks like emotional and spiritual litigation, cutting off access, ending cycles, refusing to participate in your own oppression. You are turning your pain into a case, and your evolution is the verdict. Understand this. When I say, once you're done, the mayor gon' need a loan, I don't just mean money. They're gonna need a loan of your patience that you no longer offer, a loan of your silence that you no longer give, a loan of your unpaid emotional labor that you no longer provide, a loan of your belief in their mask that you no longer fall for. They're going to realize, slowly and then all at once, that the version of you they banked on, the exhausted, doubting, apologizing version, is gone. And all that's left is someone who looks them in the eye and knows, without flinching, that they were wrong. Not maybe wrong, not kind of wrong, not we both made mistakes. Wrong. And the bill for that? It's showing up every time they see you living a life that their control was supposed to prevent. So yeah, you're not just surviving this, you're collecting your dignity, collecting your self-trust, collecting your time back, collecting your power from every corner where you left it, because you thought you didn't deserve to keep it. You're going line by line through the contract they tricked you into, and saying, nope, that clause is a lie, that condition is dead, that limitation is not mine. You're rewriting the terms. And the city's going to feel it. Every time you say no to something that used to drain you, a little light goes out in their control tower. Every time you say yes to something that actually heals you, another crack spreads through their concrete. They thought you were just one person. They forgot one person can be the class action. So go ahead. Hold your head the way someone does when they finally accept they were never the problem. Move like someone who knows they're the main event, not the side note. Talk like someone whose throat is no longer on clearance. You're about to sue the life out of this whole city with nothing but your truth, your boundaries, your evolution, and your refusal to stay small. And when you're done, the mayor, every past abuser, exploiter, manipulator, every system that bet against you, they're going to realize they're in debt to a version of you they never thought would show up. You. The version of you they prayed would never wake up, because they were comfortable with the version of you that doubted every instinct, apologized for existing too loudly, laughed things off that actually hurt like hell. That version was easy to manage, easy to guilt trip, easy to keep in place with crumbs and fake compliments. This version reads the room, clocks the manipulation, and doesn't hand out access like free Wi-Fi. You start to feel it in small moments first, tiny details that nobody else sees. You hear someone talk to you sideways, that little condescending tone they used to get away with, and this time there's no anxiety spiral afterward. There's just this quiet, icy clarity in your chest. You're not talking to the old me. You watch someone try that same guilt tactic they've always used. After everything I've done for you, you're really gonna do this to me? And instead of folding, you feel your spine lock in. You notice how many situations in your life were built on you not knowing you had options. That's the lawsuit energy kicking in. It's like your whole life has been this long, messy case file, and suddenly you're flipping through it with fresh eyes going, how did I not notice this pattern before? The late night texts, only when they need something. The boss who forgets your contribution, but remembers you when there's extra work. The friend who disappears when you're low, but magically appears for the fun stuff. The family member who only reaches out to criticize you and calls it caring. You start connecting the dots, and it hits you. They weren't just being human. They were building a system around you. A system where you lose by default. You were never meant to win in that setup. The rules were written in a language you weren't supposed to understand. And every time you tried to enforce your worth, they threatened you with loss. You'll lose this relationship. You'll lose this job. You'll lose this opportunity. That fear kept you chained to situations where you were already losing yourself anyway. You're looking at all that now and you're realizing, kind of painfully, kind of beautifully, greater than I've been paying interest on debts that weren't mine. That's why this hits so deep, because you're not just mad at them. You're mad that you bought into it. Mad that you went against your own intuition to keep people comfortable. Mad that you silenced yourself to protect the same structures that were killing you slowly. And instead of turning that anger inward again, this time you're redirecting it outward with precision. That's the lawsuit, not chaos, not randomness, not I hate everyone. Calculated accountability. You're starting to become allergic to lies that used to sound normal. People like you should be grateful. You're too emotional. You're asking for too much. You're lucky to even be here. You hear that now and your whole spirit says, if I'm lucky to be disrespected, I'm not the lucky one. There's a version of you emerging that doesn't negotiate your worth, like a discount code. You begin to understand that the city, this whole network of people, systems, patterns, has been living off your underestimation. They built a budget based on you staying quiet. You start pulling that silence back, piece by piece. You vent in therapy instead of masking it as, it's fine. You write things down, put dates to them, keep track instead of letting everything blur together. You ask questions in meetings you used to just nod through. You stop laughing at jokes that low-key disrespect you. You answer messages slower, or not at all, when you feel that old manipulation crawling in. It looks small from the outside, but internally those are seismic shifts. You're breaking unwritten contracts. They're used to you folding. You're getting used to you not folding. That's terrifying, mostly to them, but yeah, to you too. Because once you realize you don't have to tolerate something, you can't unknow that. You can't unsee who's really there for you, and who just likes having access to you. You start to see who's genuinely shaken by your growth, and who's just inconvenienced. The ones who truly love you might feel confused, might need to adjust, might get defensive here and there, but they'll sit with the discomfort and meet you where you are. The others, you put up one boundary and you watch them crumble like the whole relationship was held together by your self-betrayal. You've been calling it losing people. It's not. It's the city realizing your energy is no longer public property. You're closing departments, the 24/7 emotional support hotline, the unpaid therapist service, the I'll fix it, don't worry about me unit, shutting them down one by one. It doesn't feel clean either. Let's be real, it's messy. You'll have days where you spiral and think, maybe I'm the villain, maybe I am too harsh, maybe I should have stayed, maybe I should have kept quiet. That guilt is part of the rewiring, because your brain got trained to confuse discomfort with wrongness. If you weren't comfortable, you assumed it meant what you were doing was wrong, not that what they were doing was. You're unlearning that. Discomfort is just your nervous system adjusting to a reality where you're not the one getting sacrificed every time something needs to give. You're learning that I feel bad doesn't always equal I did something bad. You're learning that taking your power back hurts at first, especially when your identity was built on martyrdom. You're not just changing habits. You're restructuring who you think you are. You used to think of yourself as the one who could handle anything. The strong one, the reliable one, the one who absorbs the hit so others don't have to. And yeah, that strength is real, but it got used wrong. They weaponized your resilience against you. You're so strong, you'll be fine.